soft when the cake hits. Whipped cream slathered on heavy tits. One more bite, she eat like a pig. More strudel, Stefan, make me big. I want to feed him. 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 Some say Stefan is a bad, bad man, but if I was just a little pat on the butt, yeah. She was so full she could barely talk. I gave her friendly smack while she walked. Stefan's in the kitchen, spoon in hand, feeding fat woman across the land. Bigger, softer, round as they get. Stefan's got feeder sweat, yeah. Stuffs them deep till the buttons pop. Stefan don't stop, he never stops. Stefan's feeding fat woman, yeah. Watch them grows, out is the plan. I want to feed him. I want to feed him. I want to feed him. I want to feed him, feed him, feed him, feed him, feed him, feed him, feed him.
He wants to feed him. Everybody, guess who's back at it again? Tech Protect is here to steer the bus. We have a couple of things to address at the top of the hour. Obviously, one of the biggest ones is we are done with the fucking the Pearadise shit. Today's the last day. No more of that. Of course, my fucking OBS is not picking up the stream. There we go. Boom. Fupa cheese. She's not even here. Well, here we are, everybody. Oh, welcome. How's it going? You're still in the hostage house.
I am. I can't figure out a way to escape. There's no windows in this room, so I'm a little scared.
Well, I'm glad you're not dead yet. Is Stefan treating you well?
Well, he wouldn't give me French fries last night, so that was kind of like a big issue.
Okay, good to hear that you're at least dieting correctly. Fupa's here. I'm here. Stefan is here in spirit right over there. He might be coming onto the program to respond to some of the stuff from yesterday with Paola. And obviously, there's another thing we need to talk about, Foxy. Foxy will not be here on bus for today, possibly for tomorrow.
Yeah, she's got family things going on.
Do you know that? Oh. I don't know what it is. I just know that it's.
I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming it's family and it's serious.
Okay. Yeah, she's unable to make it to the show today. Potentially tomorrow. We will see what goes on. Thoughts and prayers. I might be in order. I don't even know. I don't even know if I can suggest that.
Yeah, she's been unresponsive.
Yeah. She did reach out to KEEMSTAR. Keem let us know that she's not on the show today. And then we'll be running it on our own, which is, it's fine. You know, it's okay. Everyone needs a break. Hopefully it's nothing like super life-changing going on. But we are here to put on a show, and part of that show is ending the Pearadise saga. It has been a full week and a day, what is this, Tuesday today, right? It's been 6 episodes so far. We're on our 7th episode of talking about Pearadise. It has been eye-opening, I'd say, that, you know, you'd think with how the LCU goes, Keemstar has a fucking chokehold on drama on the internet. Nope, that's not true. Drama exists fucking everywhere. There's shit going on with people's lives all the time, wherever you go, wherever you look. Under every single rock, there is someone doing something that people don't like, and they're going to talk about it. Now, this issue in particular, it hit our Foxy mama at home, right? She was a part of this whole thing. She had experienced this on her own. And, it seems like there's a number of women who would side with Foxy, saying that they had a negative experience at Pearadise, right?
Yeah.
We have seen
a lot of women have come forward, and I would say more women have come forward with similar stories to Foxy than in support of Stefan.
Maybe. I'm trying to think back. We've had 3 supporters directly of Stefan come up and talk, and we've had like 6 saying that they had negative experiences. I will say it was kind of wild that on Sunday I did that picking up trash stream, and one of Stefan's fans apparently was looking for me in downtown San Diego and was like, "Is that you, Tech Protect? I'm Stefan's friend. I've been a friend of Stefan's for years." That kind of threw me off. That was like, okay, well, I guess he's way more popular than I thought he was. It seemed kind of like, he was just a guy with a small community. This is, I think, a big player in a big pond. That's not a fat joke, but it could be. So that's where I'm at.
Is that scary? Like having someone come up to you and be like, "Oh, by the way, I don't agree with what you've been saying."
Not really. It's not like I was unequipped for that type of situation. If I'm going to be IRL, I'm going to be ready for an IRL event. So it was whatever. Not a fan that my.
Are you saying you were packed?
We are not saying that on a stream. You have no PR training. You know that you are terrible at that.
I think I do, but I just literally don't care.
Yeah, let's look at Foxy's feet again. Pull up the photo. I just don't care. Well, yeah, from her thing that you pulled up on stream. Yeah.
That would be really distasteful at this time.
Yeah, wouldn't it, huh? Anyways, what I do want to say, I'm sure the chat agrees. We're kind of done with all of this. We're kind of done with hearing from this person or that person. Someone made a comment the other day. It was like, it seems like you've given Stefan the most amount of airtime. And that's true. He did literally get the most amount of time on air to talk about this position. And
he did.
He paints a narrative about him being a good guy fairly well. I know the chat has been upset for the whole week, saying no one has shown any fucking evidence. No one has shown physical evidence, a video, a picture, text. Stefan had shown a text before, but you've told me, Fupa, that you think that might be edited, right? It might be doctored.
So one night in the BC, he was showing a video that he had, and it was a video of him going through this chain of text messages. And apparently the text messages were also released by the person that was sending them. And in her screenshots, there were messages there that were not in Stefan's. So it makes it look like, seems to be that he may have been deleting messages to make it look a certain way.
That's true.
And he also has video footage of some of the alleged SA events that the people were claiming. He has security footage from his house. So if you want hard proof and, screenshots, receipts, Stefan would probably be the one to reach out to, because he's very open about showing the receipts, I will say.
Yeah. So I'm still, I would say, mostly up in the air, but I do feel like there probably is some credible information here about maybe some unwanted touching, right? He's admitted on stream before the belly touches or I'm passing by and maybe I brush up against you, which it's behavior I'm not a fan of personally. I find that to be a little bit, I find it to be a lot a bit gross, you know?
Creepy.
Yeah, it's stuff that like maybe I'm overplaying it, but it's like stuff that like the kid in high school who gets no play does, you know, and he's like, "Well, I wasn't doing anything," you know, kind of like to give
Or
himself.
it's like that testing touch where you're like you don't know if you can touch someone, so you touch some random part of their body and see how it goes.
Well, maybe, but I feel like it's a little bit more than that, right? Because if I was at a party, Fupa, we've seen each other in person, right? Assume we were both single and we're watching the TV or whatever, and we're hanging out after the show, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And then I just rub your belly. That's not a testing touch. That's a serious
I'd
touch.
probably maybe punch you in the face, but
Yeah,
that's just me.
I wouldn't let anyone just come up and rub my tummy. That's a little bit too much. The brushing by kind of thing, maybe that's more like flirty, right? But I personally don't engage in behaviors like that. That's not for me.
Yeah, I'm not super touchy-feely personally, so
So obviously Stefan is he's in our chat. We've seen him talk a number of times. He's saying some of these claims are false, that things are not true, especially about the doctored screenshots. This is the last day. If people want to come up and talk about this, you're welcome to come up and talk about this. Stefan, if you want to be here, if Audrey wants to be here, if Kimmy or whoever it is, I believe a number of you still have access to the channels. You should be able to just click on it to do join or go to members waiting. I will keep that pulled up just in case I see anyone hop into the members waiting thing. Because we want to just clear the air with this entirely. We want to get this done and over with, and move on to doing the Locale Bus Show y'all love from us. This guy has been posing the same fucking question a number of times. Do you want to address it, or can I just time this motherfucker out? This shit's
please time him out.
get timed out, buddy.
Annoying as fuck.
You're being a little creepy there, Mr. Biggs. Stefan,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
All right.
Good to see you.
I leveled up.
A microphone.
Yes, and how is it? Do I need to adjust anything, or am I good?
You are fine. The stream should hear you just well. So, welcome in. Obviously, there was a big, conversation had yesterday where a lot of things were said. I saw you took some notes. You have some
Yes.
conversations you want to have about what was said.
Yes. Hold on. Ooh. Sorry.
You're good.
Not trying to interrupt you, but I'm trying to sort my windows here. There's a lot of stuff. Okay.
So yesterday we had Paula on the show. She had made a number of claims in regards to the way you behave with either men or the women or money, and made it seem like there's a lot of taking advantage of your position to kind of run how people interact at the house. And so far from what I've seen you portray yourself out online and from some of the guests that have stayed with you, it doesn't match up entirely from the story that Paola said versus what they're saying. There's a number of things I wanted to ask you directly.
Please do.
Is there some type of monetary exchange that happens when the girls are making content out of the house?
There's not. And Pau is going to Pau. First of all, glad that Pau came on the show. She got the whole 2 hours, and the takeaway from it was that it's a personal beef. Like, Pau has personal beef with me. That's why she came on your show and told some things. So now we need to set some things straight. The first one is that I never paid anybody to come here, and nobody pays me. And what she calls me being cheap is me not allowing her to use me. So a lot of women have came here to this house, or have entered the community, and their interest is to make money. So they look at me like some sugar daddy, like I have this house and like, I'm inviting people over and they look at me. I'm constantly being called Hugh Hefner of the BBW world. And I don't want to be called that because that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm Stefan. I just personally have an affinity. Like I like plus size women, but I also have always had a mission to allow plus size women to just live unbothered and make friends in an environment where they can be free and can be themselves. And many times it happened that women came here and they made friends with the other women, and they didn't even come here for me, and that's fine. I literally encourage people to come here to make friendships and don't make it about me. I literally just live here. Yeah, it's my house. Okay, great, but I didn't have any financial interest in any of this.
Yeah.
And I had an interest in community. I really, really loved our family dinners. Like, women taking turns of buying the groceries, cooking the dinner, 6 or 7 of us sitting down at the table, going live, of course. We called it a mukbang, but it has nothing to do with feederism. It's literally just a family dinner. Or like our game nights, when Audrey was on camera on here, I think on Wednesday, she said, we were playing Uno. We were playing like for the girls. We were playing spin the bottle. Like, that's the things that we actually did here. And never ever did I pay anybody for their appearance. This is not a show.
Yeah.
And there was an intent at some point back in 2020, like when everything was fresh and everything was exciting and everything was great. Like I bought a whole desktop computer. It's in the back. It's a big ass, like 32-inch computer with a big good webcam on it and everything. And we had it sitting in the living room because there was an intent by some of the women to make content, either go live or play games online, like, like streaming content or YouTube content or, maybe even webcamming content, right? But
Yeah.
it was always their idea, and they would come to me and say, Stefan, can you help me with this? Stefan, oh, I don't have a laptop. I don't have a computer. Like, and I said, yep, there's a computer right here, family computer. Made them a login.
Even if you aren't benefiting monetarily, there are other benefits that you are receiving. So like the followers on TikTok and Instagram, the clout, things like that. So what is if your goal isn't to make money from Pearadise, what is your main goal from doing all the TikTok lives and sharing all this? Like what are you hoping to get out of that?
Totally honest. Why are you guys running the show? Yes, social media is for clicks and likes. Social media is for having a reach. Social media is for influencing people, even if it's on a small scale. You have no idea like how many people have came to me directly and messaged me long messages saying like, Stefan, thanks to your channel, I've gotten so much more confident. I have some that I can't even read. I could pull it up, but like if I try to read that to you, I'm probably going to break down on stream, and I don't want to do that. Like I had multiple people come to me and say that like I'm the reason they're still alive, and this I can't make it up. It's what happened. So once this happened, it was just like this incentive to keep going. I know that like putting on Pearadise has helped a tremendous amount of people. Like you have to look at it this way. Like there might be like 1,000 people out there that say like Pearadise really helped me. It helped me through COVID. It helped me with my own insecurities. It helped me feel better about myself. It helped me be more confident. And there might be 25 people that say like, oh, I'm a monster. Like, I attack people. I harass people. I bully people. I'm like, I should be behind bars.
Yeah.
But you need to look at the,
You're saying there's like a positive outlook on having a community of people, and in doing the TikToks, whatever, is like outreach. It's essentially giving people the opportunity to find out this exists and there's someplace out there. I get your position here. Before we go too far off the money thing, a claim was made that you answered. You said no. If the women did content here, you weren't asking for money from it. But there was another claim that like you do charge rent to some of the women there, but that's because they live there full time, right?
Okay, so back in 2024, we had a season that went terribly sideways because one of the people that lived here caused a tremendous amount of drama, and Pau herself went on a live stream and said that as retaliation, I can't make this up, I have a recording and proof of it, as retaliation to Stefan, they went and harassed my HOA. in the process of them harassing the HOA and telling my neighbors that there's drug use here, there's trafficking, there's underage, there is rape. That's our word. There is all this kind of stuff. I had a session with my HOA where I had to explain all this and like basically say like, oh my God, guys, like I'm so sorry. Like I've had some unsavory people at my house, and they are now trying to pull you guys into some high school bullshit. And the head of the HOA immediately said, Stefan, don't worry about it. Like all the allegations and drug use and whatever, I don't care. I can see what this is, but I have to remind you with something that I didn't know at the time, that like I'm not allowed to rent rooms like sublet. Subletting is excluded in the HOA contract. So I told him like, oh my God, I'm absolutely sorry. There was no intent here to like, you know, violate any HOA regulations. And I'm going to like the people that caused the drama, that were the drama, were the ones leaving anyway. So I told them the house is cleared out, no more rent. And yes, people have participated. You know, some people lived here for free. Some of the people that are right now on Powell's board, like, you know, trying to make me sound like a monster, actually lived here for months at a time and not paying anything. They didn't even contribute to any of the cleaning costs or anything. They just lived here for free. And I helped them. Like I helped them find an apartment. I drove them around town, help her find an apartment. She got an apartment. There was roaches in that apartment. She had to break her lease and come back. And she came to me back, and like I took her back in. And now she's out there saying like I'm an abuser, basically. You know, I'm manipulating people. I'm turning the women against each other. When in reality, the women turn against each other all the time. And I wish it wasn't so. I wish it wasn't so.
When you have these parties and get-togethers, what is your goal for those? Because, like, obviously on social media, you get clout, follows, views, whatever. And you said that you do it because you're helping change the narrative, you're helping people with their confidence, etc. So what is the goal for the parties? And if you are just hanging out with friends, why does there seem to be an ever-evolving door on the friends that you do have and keep? Seems they come and go a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I can tell you why that is. Because to be totally honest, as an outsider, when it comes to women and men, I'm an outsider. I'm not a woman. Women always beef. There's nothing you can do about that. One of the people that literally quite recently after Shay's passing exited the house and is now proudly supporting Pau and her personal hate campaign, she tried to run her own group. They even made a TikTok page, and they tried to do their own little Pearadise. They're not friends anymore. Those people that were part of her group fell apart without me even being in the door. Like women, the biggest BBW dance party that we had in town here in Vegas, there used to be a Club Crave. It was ran by 3 females. The whole club died because the 3 females started beefing with each other. So I'm sitting here sometimes and I'm thinking like, oh my God, why are you guys doing this? Why are you beefing with each other? Like, Fuba, you have to understand that like a lot of times the drama that happened here in the house was between the women, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, oh my fucking God, what are you guys doing? And then I don't know what to do because I'm not a female. I don't know how to handle it. I'm totally honest about that. I do not know how to handle feral females. Like, I just sit here and I say, can't you guys please sit down? Can we have a house meeting? Like,
yeah,
how can we?
The question was oriented towards what is the goal for the parties, not
Correct.
how the dynamic between women and men.
Yes, let me get back to that. Sorry that I have so much in my brain is like
no worries.
going 180 right now. So the intent of the parties has always been, before TikTok even existed, I had parties here at my house because I have friends. I like to have friends. I'm a very social person. So I like the idea of literally just having people over and we barbecue and we hop in the pool and we play games. And, you know, the later the night gets, you know, some people like to, everybody that knows me knows I don't even drink. Like for my birthday or like for a crazy party, like I will have like 2 or 3 shots. Like, you know, Jägermeister, the good German shit. I will challenge somebody to a Jäger or whatever. I will participate in a game of spin the bottle. I never smoke weed. I never do any other substances.
It's just
I always tell people. Yes, I always tell people I'm high on life. I just like to have you over.
I have a guest in waiting that wants to come up. I think I recognize them. Julia, are you there? Julia, you are. There you go.
Hey, I'm here.
Hi. What did you want to say?
Stefan, really? After that conversation we had the other night, you really want to sit up here and play this little innocent man? Oh, these women, they're just so crazy. When you admitted the other night multiple things about that group and how that house works. First,
The
it
group?
being, oh,
Tell me
was
what.
it?
Ask a question. Tell me exactly what case.
No, you said this yourself that, okay, you said your first season was this friend group thing. And then you said after that, it became an orgy party sex house. And that content continued on for the rest of the time. It was no longer just family friendly. But I also like that you're leaving out a huge point about the poly stuff that you want to have in that house. And so, and how your relationships with these women really are.
Yeah,
Sure,
but
some
like,
of them, but you are lying through your teeth, sitting here trying to act like some innocent young man, which you are not neither of. So,
I'm just answering the questions. I answered Tech's question truthfully. There's a
no,
reason
you
why
did.
I have a personal interest, of course, and everybody knows that. I've always been honest and very straightforward on the lives too. I said, like, when it comes to my personal dating life, I wanted to explore poly. I wanted to have multiple girlfriends. Is that illegal? No, it's not. Having people over and party, is that a problem?
Like you're just having these girls in your house. Oh, they're just friends. It's more than that. You keep trying to play this narrative that these awful women just came after this poor guy that just opened his house to these big, beautiful women. No, you have your fucking finger in this mess, and you are doing everything to avoid accountability for it. And you even agreed to accountability in the voice call we were in the other night. Fupa, unfortunately, I think you were there, but you weren't listening or whatever. Foxy was in there for a minute, but the show that you showed us the other night and this guy right now are not the same at all. And the fact I know I'm getting to is how red your fucking face is getting right now.
I mean, you're literally just berating me right now, but you're not like ask me an honest question. I'll answer truthfully.
Can I make a assessment? I think what the claim is being made is maybe the original or like idea behind the parties and the get-togethers was to be, friendly, show community, do that, and that later on it became adding to the harem, adding to the women that you can have access to, that you can meet with, date with, have relationships with.
Let me tell you what happened. Season 2, which is the first time frame that I was on TikTok, season 2 was a fucking fuckfest. Like, we went live on Discord and did stuff in front of viewers, but it wasn't me saying everybody come over, let's turn this into a swinger club. I invited people over here, and sad as it is, like, season 2 was literally like a bunch of females fighting over the dick, and I'm not lying. So I got pulled into things. It was like, I'm not saying I'm completely innocent because I said yes. I agreed to some things. I went live on Discord and when people were naked in the pool because they asked me for it. Yeah, of course I was complicit in it. And then people in the Discord reminded me and said, like, hold on. There might be people in here that didn't sign up for this. We shouldn't be doing this. And that's when I step by step locked down that kind of stuff. And didn't do that in public VCs anymore, and like just only did it in private groups and all that kind of stuff.
So the first answer you gave about the parties was it's just for community, but it sounds
that's how
like
it started. Yeah.
But the real answer, like, because Fubo was asking, what is the reason for them present day, right? That's what we really want to know. It sounds like it is more sexual oriented or relationship oriented or mingling. It's no longer just like, hey, we're friendly, bigger people, come hang out. Now it's, hey, do you like what you see? Are you enjoying the content? We do this together.
Peace and love in the LT.
Thank you, Julia, by the way.
Peace and love.
That Sicilian Princess 10312 super chatted $20. So who did you invite the most females, or when you had your parties both sexes male and female, because the way these women speak you didn't like men around?
That's false. We had
With their boyfriends.
The problem is, this is a house, and I only started naming it Pearadise after season 2, like in season 3. Before, it wasn't even Pearadise. The whole idea with Pearadise came later, after my first account got banned on TikTok, right? So, mind you, we had different types of parties here, different people, different vibes. I'm not gonna lie, we literally had a swinger party here with people from the swinger club because we invited them and planned it to be a swinger party and did not invite any TikTok people to that. Is that wrong? Like, can I not have different people? I had a quinceañera here at the house.
A quinceañera
And there
being
was no live
a
stream,
celebration
no
of a 15-year-old, right?
A
15.
Mexican, like a friend approached me and said, "Can I have your space and host my quinceañera?" And I said, "Absolutely, yes." And then I said, "There's going to be no live stream. There's going to be no alcohol. There's going to be no other adults." And I allowed them to use my house for their, and it was fun. It was great times.
Okay, we're
And
gonna
so-
redirect to the question about the
Yes.
gender thing. But Julia, is there anything else you want to say?
I mean, there's lots, but I'll let you guys go on. If something comes up, I'll just try to join again. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Julia.
All right, bye guys.
So the men, we're talking about the gender issue, right? The
Yes.
question from Sicilian Princess for 20 was, is it that you're more oriented towards inviting women? Do you have any issues inviting men over? What is your dynamic with having men being, invited over to the house?
all the time, like when Rita used to, like, we used to have big raging parties with a public flyer that got put out on Facebook. And there was a door fee. We charged $20 to get in the door. We checked IDs, bring your own booze, bring your own weed, all that kind of stuff. There's plenty of guys here. And whenever we go live and there's men at the house, or there was, I'm more talking past tense right now.
Yeah.
A lot of times the men did not want to be on camera, and I just respected that. A lot of times we had men here and they were here for the community effect, or like a bash, all this talking about BBW bashes at some point. Of course we had guys here, and of course, shit you not, we had some guys that we had to kick out. We had some guys that actually did things that were unsavory, so they had to be made to leave. And I don't understand where this narrative always comes from. Of course, I'm not gonna lie, the majority was always women. So, whenever we had a party, there might be 15 women here and 5 guys. Okay, imbalance. Agreed. But there was never any, from either me or any of the women, any kind of attempt to keep men out. Like, some people came with partners, open, poly, or monogamous. That's just a blatant bullshit lie. And if you went... Sadly, all my videos got deleted with my account, but if you were to go back and look at some of the party TikToks, you'll see plenty of guys sitting around the table in the group shots.
Okay, you know what? I'm not even too upset about it. I think if it's your preference and it's your fucking house, right? And you're like, I want to have women here because I like women. That's not a big issue for me. I think the biggest issue that some of the chat will have is if you were ever denying men coming over, who were larger, right? Your idea of BBW.
No, never.
Right? It's big, beautiful women, right? I just want to make sure I get my terms correct. BBW is big, beautiful women.
Correct. Yes.
Is there a
BHM is big, handsome men. That's like a big guy.
Okay.
And we have plenty of those. We have all races. We even have 2 trans men that I'm still friends with.
Yeah. So
Are you saying you're going in?
hello?
Hello?
Okay. There's some background noise. So you were never like, if a BHM, a big handsome man, reached out to you online and was like, "Hey, I would like to come to Pearadise," you didn't feel like, "Oh, actually, no, too much dick. That's too much penis."
No,
Okay.
No. If anybody tells you
Oh
that,
my God.
it's probably part of a personal beef with me. We have to remember that. Like, the last show that we had yesterday was literally all personal beef and a bunch of nothing burger. There was no allegations. There was no proof of any allegations. There was no proof of any abuse. The only proof there was proof of bullying. And Tech, I really, really respect you. Like, man, like, you've been nothing but nice to me. And this is me. I'm almost like I'm laughing about this now, but back in the day, I was really, really hurt, like playing those deer sounds and all that kind of shit. Having women publicly humiliate you and talk about your deepest, most personal experiences that you have during sex is what shows you who they really are. Like 2 or 3 years ago, they had a whole live stream where all they did is bully me and belittle me and literally I don't even know the proper English word for it right now. Humiliate me publicly.
Say the German word.
There's no German word.
Okay, well there you go. But
I don't make deer noises. I don't make deer noises. It's some bullshit that they came up with in order to say something. That is
I hear you, but even if you did, it's not like the end of the world. Also, Audrey, are you turning your camera on?
I can't, but because I'm in the middle of getting ready, so I look insane right now. But I wanted to just if it's just a short thing to say anyway, because it's from the things I heard yesterday, also her saying stuff to me. But the big thing is, why does anyone care, right? That this grown ass adult man who owns his own house wants to have sex parties. If he wants to do that with his house, he's allowed to. There's never been a time, and that is not what happens all the time. It's mainly
let's go one by one. I can tell you why. I can tell you why they care. Because it comes off like the original intention is to build a community about appreciation and acceptance.
That is what it is.
These people.
That's the main root.
Now you need to understand if Stefan is like the head of a community, right? Because obviously Pearadise is a community. It's a full ecosystem. A woman came up to me on the street on Sunday and said, "Hey, are you Tech Protect? I'm friends with Stefan." They were looking for me throughout all of San Diego, downtown San Diego, found me and told me I'm Team Stefan. This community is not just like him and his neighbors and his friends from like the bar, right? This is this is national. This is a big fucking deal, right? Stefan, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass and make you seem like you're like this big dude, but you're a big fucking dude, all right? You have...
The BBW community and the plus size community, it's a small community, so people know a lot of each other.
Yeah, so the point I'm trying to talk about is when Audrey says, why do they care? It's because when you are a person in charge of a part of a community to such lengths, there is like an expectation of separating your role as being a role model and your own personal shit. Maybe I don't agree with it. Maybe I'm not on board. I say Stefan should fuck who he wants to fuck if they want to fuck consensually. I don't care. If he wants to have sex parties, he wants to hang women from the ceiling, you know, with not hurting them, but, you know, like have fun like that, like rope play or whatever. I don't give a fuck, right? But some of the audience will care because they see him as being responsible.
Of course. And I look at him as responsible in certain parts. I'm agreeing in a way. Like, so let me explain. What I'm saying is, so when people are here from 8 a.m. all the way until 2 a.m. and the entire day, we're having so much fun. We're playing Uno. We're outside taking videos. We're smoking outside with all our friends. We're just like laughing like you've never laughed before. We all are cooking dinner together, grilling outside. We're having the best time. We're swimming in the pool. We're doing everything. We're going and running errands together. We're all acting like we're literally a family. That is what this thing is a family. Is literally nothing else besides, it's nothing creepy, it's nothing weird. It is completely wholesome.
There was sex on Discord calls. Okay,
I agree. Wait, hang on. Let me finish. Hang on.
But you have to include the entire picture. Finish. The entire picture.
Let me paint the picture. What I'm saying is, all that is happening from 8 a.m. to whatever time, right? And then at nighttime, an adult and other adults decide to have adult fun, right? In an adult space when everyone else has been informed that those adult things are happening. And on people's free time, they're doing adult things. Who cares? Like, people are lawyers and fathers and all these things, right? During the day, and at night, they're having their wife peg them. You don't know what people are doing on a Tuesday.
Again,
and no one should judge.
I don't care about it. I know there's a number of people that don't care that Stefan does these things. I'm saying the point of the conversation that people do complain about is he is like a pillar. When it comes to the BBW space online, he is one of the names most people are going to hear about. When I was doing research for this fucking story for the last like week, and if I just type in like BBW communities, his name is fucking everywhere. Yeah. All right. He is an important individual. He's not just the lawyer who's like doing your fucking car accident claim and then he's getting pegged by his wife. He's not that guy anymore. Right. They're going to associate him with a position of power and authority and influence and say, maybe there should be some separation of what is publicly known about him if he's doing these kind of things, because the BBW space is not entirely sexual. Can we agree?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a huge part of it that is not at all a fetish, not at all a kink. It is just people who are, I'm large, I love my body this way, this is who I am, I live a normal, not sexual life. They can if they want to, right? And Stefan kind of propagates that idea with being accepted. Come join the community, do this. You don't have to suck my cock to be here, by the way. He's portraying that, but then he's also hypersexual, which is okay in my head. But that's what people are complaining about.
Exactly, you're saying one thing and then saying another. Like, he is that guy that he's like, he's the reason. And that's why I stand by him too, is like, I've seen all these girls' lives change because of him in a positive way. Like, these women were a shell of themselves. And the only reason that they are who they are and they're able to be like what they are now is because of him. And there's nothing else that he was saying in the way, like, he didn't even hook up with these women. He didn't want anything sexually from these women. He literally just wanted these women to have a space that they could be themselves. And there's been people who have no homes and they're just friends, and he lets them come in here to stay here for 3 days, 4 days. Like, he's a good guy too. Like, you guys act because It's just crazy.
No,
This whole thing's
look
insane.
again. I get it. Fupa wants to say something.
There's a huge disconnect between what he says happens and what other women have said happened. So you guys are saying, oh, all these people were informed that at 2 a.m. like we're gonna get
Always.
X-rated or whatever. But there's been a lot of people come out and say, I wasn't expecting that. And you can imagine if you're at a party or you're just going to someone's house to hang out in the pool, grill out, whatever, that at a certain time people start taking off their clothes, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Because that's a bit
Of course.
taboo.
Of course. That's why I'm saying he's in the wrong where he should have they should know before even stepping in the house. I agree with that. Like they should if it's going to be like that, but then also sometimes it isn't planned to be that, but because the people who are there who are trying to be sexual, it turns into that. So then that's what I'm saying before even we do spin the bottle, we let people know. So no one's getting naked before everyone in the house knows that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Or like that things are going to happen. Like and then at that point it's their decision to leave or not. And if they don't leave after the warning is told, is that Stefan's fault or their fault? It's his fault for not letting them know, and I understand that can be uncomfortable. It like even the conversation, like, hey, everyone, like at this time, this is gonna happen. Like, yeah, that can even be uncomfortable for someone, and I totally respect that.
One moment, Stefan has show and tell ready, so we have to let's take a look. Go ahead.
Your show and tell, Stefan.
Okay, so a couple, boyfriend girlfriend, they came to the house back for my birthday for one of my birthday parties in June of 2021. So we're going way, way, way back in the middle of the time when all these allegations were cooking or whatever. She drew this for me and she wrote on the back, "Happy birthday, Stefan. Thank you for being an amazing person. You make so many people feel loved, and the family you created saved so many of us. I am new to the mix, but I am beyond grateful to be here. Don't change for anyone. Wishing you more decades of birthdays, and I hope I can be there for all of them. Always your friend Dan." So if this isn't proof that we had parties that were innocent, like it was a couple, and actually the funny thing is because the people in the chat don't know, so I'm not going to try to insinuate anything. I don't want to. I'm not going to say it. Like they have been in contact with me. They moved away. They're not in Vegas anymore, and they have still stayed in contact with me through this entire time. Like, hey Stefan, how are you doing? Like, how's life treating you? How are you guys doing? How's the Midwest? How's Vegas? All that kind of stuff. If that isn't proof, and I don't want to dig out all the other screenshots. It would like blow the show left and right. There are people. They are like I said, for every 100 positive people, there might have been 3 negative. The problem is, why are the negative voices so loud? I mean, Kimmy ran this whole slander, like this whole allegation thing, like a political campaign. It wasn't about helping anybody. It wasn't about clarifying anything. It wasn't educational. It wasn't even Foxy. I told Foxy if she would have came to me in person, I would have done anything I could have done. Piggy came out with her campaign after I apologized to the people in question. The 2 women that Piggy used intentionally to launch her campaign had given me the impression that we were good. We had made up. I had apologized. I had taken accountability to them on a video call. The beef was squashed. The beef was squashed in my mind. But then Piggy comes out and she perpetuated, and she adds. And I need to say this one more time because Fupa, the text messages I showed on Cece's chat and the text messages that are on Cece's video are the same. Didn't you guys not look at the docket? I didn't doctor anything. I didn't delete anything. The messages are identical.
I haven't looked at the docket now.
Okay.
See,
I just
that's
want to
the
make
stuff you need to show is all the things because that's why I want to get out too because I feel like he needs a time to show what I've seen too because that's why I stand for it so hard. But also I feel like it's an attack of everything. Everyone does stuff. Pal's does sex work. We don't judge her for that. Go off. You do what you want to do. But then because he's a man and in this space and because these girls left his house saying this stuff, they amplify it to the max. He's never denied that he's not in the wrong in certain things. And after those allegations came out, how they so hardcore went to the left, he stopped even doing how you said grabbing by the hips and turning. He knows he's in the wrong for that now. He thought girls coming to his house and they're flirting with him, it's okay to do those things. But he now knows it's not okay to touch anyone or do anything without any consent. And he can apologize for that till the end of the day, but they won't listen to that. They're just painting him as this like devil that he's not. I've seen it over and over again. I've been friends with everyone. I was friends with Cass. You know, like
If Stefan's willing to show that those text messages, I would welcome that, because that's one of the biggest stories that I have been conflicted on, just because of the behavior from her after the fact has me a little questioning things.
I'm telling you, and this is actually the most upsetting part about any of this, is like every time I show any kind of proof, anytime I tell a story, the women say, "Oh, his evidence is invalid, his evidence is doctored, his evidence is edited." It's not. But on the other hand, Piggy actually doctored evidence. She did Photoshop screenshots and then
let's
posted
call her
it all over.
Kimmy. Let's call her Kimmy.
Kimmy did actually, in fact, in court, it would be a crime. She doctored evidence and used this falsified evidence to go on and make a TikTok video claiming that I do something based on her fake evidence. I can show you the video. Like, you want to see it? Like, are we talking about doctoring evidence? Like, I can show it. Are we talking about me proving that like the accusations that came out of the LCU on the video chat, where people saying my messages from CC were doctored? That's bullshit. Like, at some point, like, you know, the general public needs to demand proof. Like, if somebody says Stefan doctored something, show proof that it was doctored. Don't always put me in the corner of having to fucking prove my innocence.
Audrey, if you want to get ready and come back so you don't look crazy on camera, that'd be great. And we'll let Stefan do his responses to the stuff that happened yesterday.
Yeah,
of course. Hey,
Thank you for
bye.
coming up.
Of course.
Anyways,
sorry.
No,
I also don't want to derail the show, Tech. Please go ahead with your question.
You're fine. You're fine.
So I do have some questions. Some of the girls have claimed that you like to portray yourself as you don't like the drama, you're drama free, like let's just all get along and be happy. But there have been a few women accuse you of kind of using the women to instigate behind the scenes. So you may go to this person over here, say, "Oh, can you believe what so and so did?" And then of course that person goes and confronts them. Like, you have these women going at each other, like, and you're all behind the scenes of it all.
Okay, watch out. That's incoming.
That's Sicilian Princess 10312 super chatted $20. If everything is so innocent like you're claiming, why do you have them signed?
NDAs.
Yeah.
They were asking, why do I have people sign NDAs? I mean, I would be massively stupid if at this point I didn't have people sign NDAs. Everything is so public, everything is so blown out of proportion that, like, you know, it's my house. Well, if you don't want to sign an NDA, by all means, fuck off. You know, like, many people, like many public figures, have NDAs. Like, you know, even like celebrity events or whatever, you have to sign an NDA.
Shit, we got NDAs here, Stefan. Here in the LCU, we sign NDAs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if anybody has a problem with the if anybody has a problem with the LCU, it's a them problem. If anybody has a problem with an NDA, it's a them problem. You don't have to come. Like, nobody's forced to be here. I did that because it was in the works for the longest time, and I always wanted to do it. But then Shay finally put her foot up my ass, and she said, "Absolutely not. Are you going to allow any more people to come to this house and then turn around and slander you? You need to bring that NDA up." So I got like a lawyer, and like I put all the shit together, and I did some ChatGPT and all that kind of shit. You know what you do nowadays, right? And I had a lawyer like verify it, and it's a very, very simple, very, very harmless NDA. It literally just like tells people to not gossip about private things that they see in this house, including other people. So I don't want somebody, case in point, I don't want somebody walk into this house and then see another person be intimate with somebody else or whatever, and then run all over the internet and gossip that. And to answer Fupa's question, I'm absolutely guilty of that. I'm not going to say I'm completely innocent. There has been so many times that there was beef and drama and gossip and you know, people beefing and people like having problems or whatever. And I'm very much guilty of that too. Like, I've ran information to people because I thought it was funny. I've been a mean girl at times. You know, I can fully own that. Like, sometimes
good. I mean, good on you for admitting that.
Yeah.
Some people would deny that. So good on you
God,
for...
no. Like, Fupa, if you would have actually lived here for like a month or two and you would have seen the shit that happens behind the scenes between the women, you would have probably like said, "Oh my fucking god!" Like what?
Stefan, is that an offer? Because Fupa loves French fries. She would have such a great time in Vegas.
But let me tell you this live on stream right now. If Fupa wants to come visit, she's invited. I have respect for her. Like Fupa, you had a negative opinion on me. You have an obligation in this show to be neutral and be respectful to everybody. Everybody gets a chance to talk. And the way that you've treated me, Tech that you've treated me, how Keem has treated me, I said this from the beginning. Even if you think you're guilty, a judge can think that somebody's guilty, but the jury thinks they're not. It doesn't matter. Fupa has been very respectful. She's been open-minded. She's been willing to look at some of the things that I've said or showed her. That makes her, in my opinion, it makes her a very like respectful human being.
By the way, to make it clear, Fupa does not have an obligation to be neutral. The only person that has an obligation to be neutral here is me. Okay, Foxy and Fupa were told your opinion. If you have an opinion, it's your opinion. Don't worry. If it's a bias, it's bias. If Fupa's treating you with respect, it's because she's listening to your points, she's listening to other people's points, and she's making her own assessment. It's not because she was told to be neutral. So this is genuinely her.
In fact, Keem would prefer me to rip you a new asshole because he loves that type of shit, to be honest.
I am neutral because I need a guide. I need to make sure the show runs how it needs to run. But yeah, look, I want to say maybe we do a little trip. I'm from Vegas. I got family out there. I'm planning on going down there probably sometime next month. Maybe we do a little stream or something. But on to another topic that was made, and I want to make sure you get your point across on this.
Yes.
It was said that you incentivized or kind of like pushed on the idea of making content for a lot of the other people that showed up. A lot of the women. You kind of motivated them to get into sex work or to start streaming on TikTok. And it didn't come off like it was malicious, like, hey, this is like all you can fucking do, slut. You didn't say shit like that. It was just, hey, you could probably be making some money doing this. You probably should explore it. Did you try and motivate people to get into content creation?
So this is a very sticky topic because it is put out there with a malicious intent, obviously with a negative spin on it. And I'm going to be as open and honest as I can possibly be. If somebody came to me and said, hey, Cass is modeling online and this person is modeling online, do you think that I could do that too? And I would say, yeah, I see potential. I look at you, you're beautiful. Like you're gonna have an audience. You're gonna have paying customers. And then I would always direct the girls to each other. Like I would say, oh, like if you want to know how to best run an OF or whatever, go to that person. They are successful on OF. Like, if you need a ring light, a computer, a camera, a tripod, I'm the guy. But like, and I'm also not gonna lie, I've been stunt dick for people. They asked me and said, hey, I don't want to do the risky shit and invite somebody over and they're being unsafe. I trust you. Like, would you be on camera with me? And I'm always like, I'm not good at performing on camera.
For those that don't know what this is, you're talking about being a stunt penis, right? A stunt
like
cop.
appearing in somebody's adult content, more or less. Usually, I ask them to not have my face in it. And like I didn't want my face blasted all over the internet in Korn, but like there were some videos like at the end I just didn't care anymore. I said just film me, whatever. I even told people intentionally. I told them if you want to film with me, hide it, put a phone somewhere, hide it. Don't tell me that you're recording, and come to me and like approach me that I'm a funny guy. Like I'm gonna say like, hey, you want to meow at me?
Yeah.
Like basically come to me and ask for intimacy, but don't tell me that you're recording it. Basically make a sex tape of us without me knowing, because then I'm gonna perform best, not knowing that there's a camera. If there's a camera in my face, I can't perform. So that's why this whole industry has never been for me. It's for me, adult intimacy is the ultimate connection of two people that want each other. Like this whole bullshit of like, me, like this whole narrative of me pushing myself on anybody is like literally 180 degrees times 10 against my own personal, like how I work. Like I can't even have sex with somebody if I'm not feeling it coming back. Like I need to feel wanted. I need to feel like desired or whatever. Otherwise the shit just won't work. And the camera, the same thing. The pressure of the camera don't work for me.
You say that, but didn't you just say that you have these interactions on a Discord call with a bunch of people watching as well?
That was exciting, you know, and it was in the pool. It was in the pool. You couldn't see it. It wasn't like a corn. It
Yeah.
was just in dim light, like, you know, like you could hardly see anything, but you could see there's two people. You could hear the noises of the water sloshing or whatever. You could see that there was sex happening, but it wasn't like corn. Like you could just see that there was something going on, and the people were egging us on in the chat. They were saying like, "Ooh, like, you know, she's loud or whatever," you know, all this kind of shit, you know. And it was just a fun, very, very short, extremely short period, like maybe 3 or 4 days, and then we immediately curbed it. Like it was also like a learning period for me, a steep learning curve that, like, you know, if you put this on a Discord that has general access, you can't just do that because people were not expecting that. The Discord in the beginning was not advertised as a safe space. The Discord was called SSBBW fan. And I said, hey, it's my platform. Come and hang out. And people immediately drove it into the ground. Like within a week, people, like, you know, Discord raids and attacks and harassing and bullying. And it was a very, very fast and hard lesson in, if you give people in the plus size community an open forum, an open platform, it's going to get ruined before it even starts.
That's like that with a lot of communities. I mean, our ex-co-host has a Discord, and it's gone to complete shit very quickly.
True.
And the Discord itself, I could fill a whole 2 hours about the drama on the Discord, but I don't even want to get into it because I really like how you guys are doing the questions right now.
So do you think the NDAs have been effective in what you wanted them to do? Because obviously a lot of people have come out, some have signed NDAs, some haven't, and it seems that they really weren't effective at all.
I mean, because it was a transition period. Like, I think at this point, like, only 10 people signed it. And, you know, some people that should have signed it didn't because it was my fault. I just skipped on it. Like, the moment when, hold on.
Oh, shit.
I have the NDA folder here. The very first NDA was signed by Shay herself on, I think, 3/31 or something.
Receipts in a filing cabinet.
It's very professional.
You have to. Sadly, you have to. On 3/22, March 22 was when the first NDA was signed.
This year?
This year, yeah, this year.
Okay, so
the idea of the NDA has been in the works for the longest time. My friend Rita told me back in 2020 I should not let people from TikTok enter my house without signing a strict NDA. I was too lazy. I didn't expect all this shit to happen. So I did not do it. Like, I just never really got to it. But then Shay was literally sitting here behind me, and she was saying, like, Stefan, have you gotten the NDA ready yet? Like, I'm ready to kick boots and, like, have people sign that shit. And so I did, like, eventually got it all ready. And then Shay told me, like, you know, house meeting, everybody come together, and she made everybody sign the NDA right here. And I mean, the NDA was never supposed to, like, silence anybody because, as we all know, properly educated people know that an NDA does not cover up crimes. If any crime in the house happens, please report it. Please report it. An NDA is not designed to cover up anything that shouldn't be covered up. An NDA is mostly, as you guys know, because in this particular case, you guys are probably more educated than I am on this topic in the LCU. An NDA is designed to keep people from gossiping shit, from, like, you know, going out in public and disclosing private information about either the place, the space, the members of the community, or, like, you know, communal activities happening. It's also designed, in my particular case, it's also designed to protect people from gossiping about each other, not necessarily me.
Yeah, and I've heard your reasoning on this. You know, KEEMSTAR has talked about our NDA publicly before, what it involves. You know, it's essentially, hey, this is the mechanics of how doing this type of live stream works. This is, like, you know, how money works. This is how this is. And that's part of the NDA. That's it. That's, like, what our NDA covers, and it's mainly to stop, you know, people from propagating the tips to the trade. You know, Another question about the NDA, probably the last one I have on it, is, have you ever had to enforce an NDA, and is there any way someone could get out of the NDA from you?
No and no.
No one knows.
Like the answer to both questions is no. Like if you've been to my house and you've stayed here and you've signed this NDA, you're bound to it. Like, and I'm not intending on enforcing it on anybody because I'm not that kind of asshole. But I'm expecting people to be just reasonable and respectful enough to know that they signed a legal document and that they know that this basically prevents them, because it specifically mentions like disclosing private information on social media or in public. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has their experiences, and again, I'm repeating myself here, sadly. If anything ever illegal happened, please go to the cop shop. You know, anybody that signed this NDA, I would never want anybody to think that I'm trying to silence people. But after everything that's happened, and you know, people quite literally running political campaigns against me, like I have to. Like there was no more. There was just, I was out of options at this point. Like, you know, if you come to my house, you got to respect me, and the legal way to respect somebody is making them sign an NDA.
Yep.
What is your response to, I believe it was Paola that said that you would frequently go through Cass's phone?
Of course, Paul would say that.
And she also said that you would like, listen in on conversations that were happening through the cameras, or you would request that they have certain discussions in a particular room that did have a camera so you could listen in. What is your response to that?
Actually, let me get this horse from the back. I've told people to have discussions in rooms where there's no cameras. I told them, if you want to have a private discussion, please go there or here where there is no recording. So I told people, like, you know, if you want like the ultimate private phone call, that's the area where there's no recording of any kind. And as when it comes to listening in, that's kind of like a sticky topic, because there was times when the girls were all outside in the smoking area, like 6 or 7 of them, and I was working. I was sitting here working. So I would have the camera panel up just to keep to be part of it, but not be part of it. You know, call it like FOMO. I had to work, but I wanted to see what's going on. And so, yeah, sometimes I would have the camera up, but they knew. Like I told them, like, you know, it was never a secret. It wasn't like, oh, guys, you talk about sticky topics right now. Like, I'm not going to be listening, and then I'm going to be listening in, right? But like, the whole bullshit about going through people's phones is like, Cass and I dated. We both had the passwords to each other's phones. We showed each other shit. Like, it's the same thing that happened with Shay. You know, when we're not dating. Okay, sorry, this is a little bit different. Shay and I were like really, really close, as in we talked about everything, like no holds barred, nothing. Like we talked about literally everything. And there was multiple times that Shay literally came to me with her phone, handed me her phone, and said, "Hey, I want you to read this. What do you think?" Or I have this tablet right here that has access to the camera system. And Shay would sit back here behind me, and she said, "Hey, something happened or something, whatever. Can I look it up?" And I would just hand her the tablet, unsupervised, and she could go through the tablet basically. And my entire message history is on here. And I trusted her.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like the whole going through people's phones, it's another thing that's like, you know, obviously as part of the personal beef, slander, and you know, revenge campaign is going to be blown up to a point. Like, I never went maliciously to anybody's phone. I've seen text messages, yes. I've seen private text messages from people.
Stefan,
Sometimes I've even seen, yeah.
I understand the dynamic. If you're in a relationship, you kind of are more open about the stuff that you have on your phone. I've never had an issue with my partner looking through my phone, but that's me. And every relationship's different. Every relationship has different boundaries. So, I mean, if that boundary was set and it was understood that that's fine, it's no issue. It is what it is. Are you okay with some more, like, let's call them funny questions, more like, haha, look, we're content creators, to kind of like take a break from the drama,
Lighten the mood a bit.
lighten the mood?
Bring it on, Tech. Bring it on.
Are you sure? Because I
absolutely.
All right. Well,
I mean, you guys made a whole AI song, the intro for the show.
They made that the first day. They were like, "Oh, Stefan, I'm making this right now." It was one of our guys, Dieter. He's in the community.
We have people in the Discord that will just make us stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. Send it to us.
So one of the questions I have from someone on my docket team, it was, can you ask Stefan who his favorite person to have sex with was or is?
I'm not going to say that on stream
Ah.
because I would never compare women to one another. That just creates a toxic dynamic. And I've been asked that question before on another live stream. It was called the hot seat back on Instagram. And there are some questions that I will just politely decline because it would.
It makes sense.
I wouldn't want to be compared to other people either because every person is a complete individual. Let me just say this, intimacy with 10 people is going to feel 10 ways different. You can't really like compare. You can say like, hindsight, you can say, okay, this one was kind of like a waste, I could have skipped that one. And this one was good. I want it again, But me sitting here and telling you like who's my favorite, I'm just not going to do that respectfully.
No, I understand. Do you have a funny question, Fupa?
Who's been the biggest person you've been with?
Who? I can't tell you the name, but there's been somebody over 700 pounds. And I had no problems.
Did they sit on you? Like, did they like ride you?
No, like all like front, back in the pool. Like it all works. If you know what you're doing, it works.
I'm interested of the physics of that, but okay.
Oh God, here we go.
Tina D.
Yo, this man needs to put a fucking label on his channel. You know what it should be, Tech? Captain Save a Cow.
Captain Save a Cow. Okay. By the way, Stefan, this is Tina D, legend in
I know. I met her.
Okay.
I met her in VC multiple times. She was in the VC when I was in here on the Discord. Yep, she's a hoot.
She's a hoot.
I mean, just think about it, Tech. These motherfucking women have all these fucking claims, right? But check it out. Where else could you find Hugh Hefner? Where else? He's dead, right? So he's the Hugh Hefner of the heifers. So he needs to get a branding device and take it and brand all these big fucking cows, so that he has them all in order.
Okay. Tina, would you be interested in checking out Pearadise with me next month?
I don't weigh enough. I mean, I weigh 217. That's not enough. He likes to be 700 and above.
217. Tina, good job.
Yes.
Good. Congrats.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Can I call you skinny? They can call you skinny.
No, they ain't gonna call me skinny. They'll call me toothless. Hey, Poopa, how's this going over here, Connie Chung in the making? I thought you guys were running a news fucking team over here, and it's been pretty fucking boring. What's going on here?
I mean, we are basically investigative journalists at this point.
You guys suck. You ain't investigating shit. You're just
We're doing
nosy
great.
motherfuckers. You guys are nosy motherfuckers. That's all there is to it.
Nosy for
We
sure.
are very nosy. Yes.
I did want to show, Tina, if you want to react to these with us.
Yeah.
The community has sent
Let's
me
do
over some fan photos, some fan pictures. Here's one. Stefan, 0 days without thinking about fat women.
It's not showing.
You don't see it if you hit share. Watch
Wait. Oh, I'm so silly. I need to click because I'm on Discord. Okay.
There you go. Here's one. Of the
Oh
photos.
my Lanta. Yeah. Come on. I can vibe with that one. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's
Yes.
here's another one. Top 10 things to do in Paradise. Number 1, leave. It's the fat women.
Oh, we have a running joke. K-Bug always says, this is going to be reason 356 why I left Paradise. It's a running joke here.
I don't know what's so paradise about staying at your house and having to pay for my own fucking food and get fucking liver disease and 600 pounds more when I leave there. What's so fucking great over there?
The
Well, you
sex.
get fed. You get to eat.
Well,
You
I
have
can
to
eat at
ask
home, motherfucker. He
There's
don't
a
feed him.
poll. There's
He
a
don't
poll.
feed these numbers. They gotta feed him.
he also has apparently a good penis for showbiz. If you wanted to film content with him, Tina.
Okay, dial a cock. Got it.
There you go.
I'm writing it down now.
Thank
Dial
you.
a cock.
Here's the next one. Stefan, I didn't touch that fat woman.
Why? You got a blowjob from that big bitch, and she
Wait.
put it in her closet, motherfucker.
I need to clarify that one though.
Yeah.
I never said I didn't touch them. I only said I didn't SA them.
True. It was consensual.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. Hold on a minute. Did they ask you to slap their ass? And did they ask
Everybody
you to
slapped each
dick?
other's ass. Nobody asked anybody.
You're on the right path, Tina. There was not a direct ask of it. It was just kind of the vibe.
Right. Yes.
Which, by the way,
So I
That's
did
what
not,
he used to
I
do
never
that.
said. Listen, I never said I
Would you
didn't
ever
touch them.
slap someone's ass, Tina?
No, I'm going. No, fuck no. I don't believe in that shit, bro. No means fucking no. But I might give him a reach around if the money's right.
That's
But
our,
you would
that's our
ask,
Tina.
you would ask them before you did a little reach around.
Absolutely, 100%.
Tina would get it in writing and with an NDA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm gonna get a notary. 100%.
Why can't we get this Tina on Queens? Tina, you've been invited to Queens.
This is
I'm on Queens.
that's her
My
show.
That's for sure.
Here's the last one I have for y'all.
Ooh,
Stefan,
look
look at
at that fat, juicy woman.
them fat, juicy women.
That's how I look at French fries. To be fair,
You guys use butter for KY jelly? I mean, what do you use when you're fucking a fat chick?
Thank you, Tina.
bacon grease.
That question's for you, Stefan. What lubricant do you use for sex with a fat person? She wants to know if you use butter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
That's margarine.
Bacon grease.
This is not my question. This is Tina's question.
That's my question. Listen to
Just-
Stefan. Stefan,
just
you
some
want to get
regular-
these people to be healthy. Listen here,
just some
German
regular
guy.
shit.
I get it. Hold on a minute. Why would you want fat fucking women to fucking not know their worth by getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until they fucking explode? That's not somebody who cares about somebody. You know fat kills, motherfucker.
And I don't make people bigger.
No, but you sure the hell make it comfortable with ho-hos and shit around your house. What the fuck?
What do you expect me to do? Force people to lose weight?
No, tell them to get the fuck out of here, bro. You got a fat farm going on. Is that legal?
Well, as far as I'm looking at it, it's all adults. It's all consenting adults, and
Why
like
is everybody fighting right now? Why is everybody fighting Stefan if it's all adults?
why is everybody fighting?
With you, yes, sir.
I mean, ask them. Paul was
I'm
on here
not
last
gonna
night.
ask them. Listen, these bitches are big pork chop eating motherfuckers. I'm not worried about how they spread their applesauce, but check it out. I've never had anybody fight over me, and I'm a little jealous. But you got two big fat fucking elephants. I hope you got enough peanuts to feed these bitches, because you got a hell of a circus going on in your fucking camp there.
I mean, I know this is lolcow, but like on my stream, for example, I would boot you out of the box right now for body shaming.
Oh, well, you know what? I wouldn't give a fuck, because guess what? Lucky for you, it's not. That's why we want y'all to carry your dumb shit back over in your own fucking box.
Peace and love in the LT.
At Super Shutty $26.89. Tina done more in 5 minutes than this whole investigation. Smiley face emoji.
I'm here to help my people.
Thank
The
you.
LCU. Let me tell you
Thank
something.
you.
You can boot me anywhere you want to, but the thing about me is I'm not a fat bitch. I boot back. Okay? I'll peg you in the ass with my screw. Hold on a minute, Peck. I know it's your show, but check this out.
You're good.
LCU, you know why we go to fat camp? Because he doesn't want us to be obese and fall asleep and have heart attacks and shit, bro. You're doing the exact opposite of what Keemstar is doing. You want them to get bigger and bigger and bigger until they go, and he wants us to get smaller so we can have something to live for.
I don't.
Fucking makes no sense to me, bro.
Stefan, I will say, I don't know if Tina remembers this. The first time I met Tina was over a year ago. And
Yes.
the first 5 words she ever spoke to me, ever, I still remember them, and I've never said this, but the first 5 words was, "Who is this fat fuck?" That's the first thing she's ever said to me, meeting her for the first time.
And I'm a fat fuck too, so one fat fuck can call another one a fat fuck, motherfucker. Get a fat fuck, get a phone. Don't get a fuck, I'll call you on the phone.
My whole intention with running Pearadise, with like going live on TikTok, with like, you know, bringing awareness, is bringing awareness exactly against this behavior. Like I hate it, and it makes me fuming mad when people body shame people like mindlessly because you didn't do anything to anybody. If somebody calls you fat tick, it's like they're judging you on a visual impression. They don't even know your character at all, and I find it mind blowing. Like literally right up there with racism when people do that. Like, what gives anybody the right to body shame somebody or talk shit about somebody just for their appearance? Like, you know, that's the problem
You know
with
what gives
society.
them the right? The fucking country does. Our country, freedom of speech. That's what gives us the right to speak on it. That's what the fuck. We
And
got
that's
our right,
the problem.
man.
That is the problem, that people feel entitled to randomly hate and shame people when they are people too.
Well,
Do
so
you
am
have
I,
any
and I'm
idea?
not fat
Do you have
man,
any
fat.
idea at all what it does to somebody's mental health?
Yeah, I do, motherfucker. It's been done to me for years. Slow your fucking roll, Four Eyes. Don't act
So-
like I'm fucking doing something that ain't been done to me, motherfucker.
So you're basically just hurting people back because you got hurt
I don't
before.
Who am I hurting? Who am I calling fat? Did I say a name?
You're body
No.
shaming. You're
body
blatantly
shaming
body
you.
shaming.
I'm body shaming you. You came to our country and you think you're gonna make us bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger till we explode.
don't.
And you know what? At the end of the world, our fucking people signed our Bill of Rights, and we have a right to freedom of speech, motherfucker. We also have a right to push ourselves away from the fucking table. Motherfuckers like you make people bigger. It's not
I
a good
don't.
flex, bro. It's fucking terrible.
I don't.
Terrible.
Don't
The
believe
current-
any.
The current girl there, Rissa, she did post a progress photo of herself on Instagram, and it showed her like a few years ago where she was way smaller, and now that she's living with you, she's gained like probably 100, 200 pounds.
Rissa is her own person. She makes her content. She does whatever she does, and she's been bigger before than she bounced up and down. She's been bigger than she is now before. If that makes sense.
Like her posting that and the fact that it's known that she lives with you gives you a bad look, because people look at the situation and they say, well, you're enabling her to get bigger.
Right. It can be abused to paint a negative narrative about somebody who is a completely independent, grown adult and wants to do whatever she wants to do. And if you were to interview her, she would tell you that. The problem is that she doesn't want to come up here anymore because she feels like Tina is one of the examples why the LCU is not the right place to talk about this stuff seriously.
Oh, you're gonna blame me.
But then again,
thank
Fupa.
you, Steph.
Fupa,
I
if
feel
you-
fucking special. Everybody
Fupa.
raise their hand. I caused these big bitches to eat 17 pounds of food a day and fuck with you. Yeah.
Fupa,
How many
if you were to actually come to Vegas, if you would come to the house, you and
You're not
Tech
going.
come over, like come and hang out. Like Rizza's gonna sit with you guys at the table. She's gonna talk to you, but
Should have
not
her
in
with
this
the
environment. Not in this environment. This is the wrong environment, and I agree with a lot of people lately have been saying, like, sadly, we feel like the LCU is not the right place for this. I get the thing behind it. I understand. I completely understand Foxy too wanting to do this because she's personally affected. I told you guys you've been nothing but respectful, but I mean, Tina is literally going against everything I stand for.
Well, you know what? You're going against everything I stand for.
That's fine.
How
We
about
can
that?
agree to disagree as adults, but
That's
like,
right. That's right. At the end of the day, all big girls need love. I'm a fat bitch myself, but I don't think it's a flex to fucking profit off of it. You guys don't give a fuck when we get monetized. These are monetized channels. You don't care about their feelings when you're getting dollars off them, right? You're gonna
Who are you
take their
talking about?
fucking their essays and their so-called situations and y'all monetize it, right? So let's make a couple dollars off these women. Because I've been at essays as a little kid. So don't give me that fucking bullshit you're doing. LCU is good enough for you motherfucking pork chops to come over here and talk your shit, right?
I mean, I don't monetize off of this.
Well,
This
she's
is a monetized
You
channel your
benefit
shit,
in other
man.
ways.
she's talking about, like, there is you going on TikTok live to give responses to the drama, and
Of
you
course,
do get
I do.
donations on the TikTok. You do make money off of the drama as well.
Pennies, yeah.
Right.
Pennies.
Yes, but it's
But then again, I go on TikTok and I don't promote obesity. Remember, I don't promote obesity. I don't tell people be fat. I don't tell people get fatter. I promote happiness at any size, maybe. Like, I promote allowing
There's
fat
nothing
people
wrong
to
with that.
exist unbothered, unbullied, I promote accepting everybody who for who they are, a motherfucking person. I promote, like, people to just, what is
You
what
wouldn't be sexually attracted to the women if they were to go on a serious health journey and lose a lot of weight. Because Paola said that you told her she wasn't big enough.
I mean, she exaggerated drastically. I was never really interested in her, but she came here to fuck, and we fucked. So it was at the time.
Wow. Oh, you're a bastard. You're a bastard.
Okay.
You talk about me, you can say she came here to fuck and that's what we did. You treat women like that, you're trash, bro. For real.
I'm just stating the facts, but
Fuck. Tech, do something. You got a fucking fiance.
I hear you. We had a dono from Anon. The only way we will get the real story is by sending Turbo undercover.
I agree.
That would
this
be,
is like this
Turbo?
This is getting too much LCU right now.
I hear you, Stefan. Just so we're all on the same page. Tina has seniority over me, not just because she's an old lady, but because she's like she's a staple in the LCU.
Popular.
I can't really fuck with her. If I put her out of the show, she's just gonna come right back in, and I'm not gonna be able to stop her.
Hey, guess what, everybody? Because they've been doing these interviews, really caring about these ladies and letting their words get out and let their stories get out, they really haven't been making shit. So maybe we can all make some money so they can buy some French fries and move on, because these stories didn't help anybody. They didn't help a motherfucking person. Nobody.
Yeah, we did take a financial hit for covering this.
Yeah, we're down a lot.
I've seen that.
More
I've seen
important to share the story than make money all the time. But
you know what? I've been picked on my entire life about being fat. You know that? So I don't want to hear that. People call me fat bitch, toothless bitch, one-legged bitch. Who gives a fuck, right? So if you're saying that people like me, to say it like it is, I'd like to be that way. Let's not bushy. Oh, well, baby, you're looking good. Looks like you lost 3 pounds and you weigh 740, Bo. I mean, come on. Let's get real.
Just a quick idea. We have a little bit more than 30 minutes left. Like, I think that we were doing pretty good. Like, it would be sad to derail the last show that we have on this. And
this is exactly what we want to do. Exactly what we want to do.
I think Tech still has a couple of really good questions.
Well, I have one that's kind of oriented towards what Tina's been saying. You know, you try to propagate this idea that you are teaching about acceptance and feeling valued at any size, however big you are or small you are, whatever it is, to be confident in who you are. Do you think, to Tina's point, do you think that bringing these women into a space like this and putting them on camera and doing a lot of these, like, let's eat together, let's film ourselves doing these, like, food eating competitions, or being big women that are scantily clad, you know, not wearing a lot of clothes, doesn't that kind of also just open them up to more hate online than they would have if they just like didn't show up?
First of all, nobody was ever forced to be on camera. Like, people come here to be on camera. Like, one of the women actually came here because she found out that we were interviewing for a TV show, and she actually has a singing talent, and I promoted her singing talent. I was hoping that we were gonna get that TV show, and she would have been made famous by the show because that girl can really sing. So she came here with a thought in the back of her head that, like, you know, oh, I can profit off of this. I can benefit off of this. People want to be on camera. And there was times, and I agree with you there, it's just like you. Like, Tina is making a complete ass out of herself right now on the show, but she wants to do that, right?
I don't have to be on camera.
There's people here that we literally we got food and we
I'm already famous. I don't need to be famous. You got it, bitch?
But, like, you know, we had the intention of going on live and rage baiting. You know, it's social media. It was all consensual. It was consensual.
There's a comment here that I want to make sure we address. They're saying that you attacked Angel. Is that right?
Yep.
Did that happen? Do you know who Angel is, Stefan?
No.
That Stefan attacked Angel?
That's what I saw a comment about it. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
No, hold on. There's multiple Angels. Like, don't get the Angels.
Angel in the LCU.
No, I don't know who LCU Angel even is.
Okay, then no worries.
Maybe they're talking about Tina, because her and Tina got into it the other day.
Well, no, this message said, "Hey Tina, Stefan attacked Angel." So
that wouldn't be cool. She'll cuss him out. I mean, she has no problem.
Yeah. So if it's not real, it's not real. Then we'll go on.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of. At this point, you're gonna have a lot of trolling and fake shit. Like, you next.
Does he not know where the fuck? Does he really think that we want to be on camera? I mean, haven't coming up here for any of the interviews. I wasn't up here with all these women. I wasn't up here during the KEEMSTAR thing. I stayed the fuck away from it just to watch as an observer, and it was bullshit. Straight fucking bullshit.
So you think, Tina, this whole thing was SA for entertainment?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because that's what I think too. Pau has a personal beef with me. Piggy has personal beef with me. It is SA for entertainment. That's what they've been doing for the last 5 years. They were making TikTok dances, laughing and giggling and screaming and the caption under it, like, you know, we're talking about sexual assault, right? And the caption under it, this has been fun. And then she posted on TikTok, she made a video where she literally claimed SA is entertainment, and she got called out so hard for it, she had to delete the video. And I only have the screenshots of the fallout. Like, I have the screenshots of people attacking her for calling SA entertainment. If you want to bring them up, I can bring them up. SA is never entertainment. It
don't
makes me
believe-
fucking mad.
But Tina, you don't believe any of these women's stories?
I'll tell you why I don't. Because I've been essayed. It's a traumatic situation. You don't bring it to the internet to discuss it. Okay?
Peace and love in the LT.
Peace and love.
At Lydia_AF super chatted $19.99. I've known Tina forever and she'd still be a bigger piece of shit than you, Stefan, even if everything was true.
Here you go.
Yeah, Stefan, with all the accusations you have, I think Tina has you beat tenfold. She's
No. The fucking
I don't take it
accusation's
lightly
not
though.
it.
I don't take it lightly. You know, I want to learn from shit. I want to grow from shit. I want to be better. I'm not sitting
Well,
here and saying I never touched anybody. I fully own up to the Foxy situation. I fully own up to everything that happened. But like, if I walk into a bar and I slap somebody across the face, you cannot go back to the internet and say, Stefan made a plan to murder this person. He went to the store, he bought a gun, he went to the bar, he pulled out his gun, and he shot her point blank in the face. That's what's happening.
The difference
That's
is you
what's
can
happening.
do that. Even if none of that took place, there's fuckers on this internet. You could be a doctor and have never been to college. You could be a fucking lawyer and never plead the case. On the internet, you can be whatever you want to be. So that's a wrong assumption right there.
And I chose to be a cunt.
You are
thank
that.
you. That's-
100%.
like Stefan, is there any closing remarks you want to make about this specific, like, people online will troll you no matter what you do, whether you're a good guy or a bad guy?
I know that better than anybody.
People have learned that they can get attention by talking about me. And it's like, you know, and what better attention to get than to talk bad and to come up with stories that are horrendous or vile or, like, you know, triggering or whatever. You know, all of a sudden I supposedly grabbed somebody's pussy 15 years ago. Like, what happened at the time? Like, what did I do? Was I there for that? Or, you know, all of a sudden, while I was married, freshly in love, at a bash, somebody who had a partner accused me of groping them inappropriately when I was just freshly in love with my wife at the time. I would have never touched anybody else. I had no interest in anybody else. Why would I grab somebody that is the most unattractive to me ever? Somebody who has a partner where it was obviously clear that they are not available for anything. And the story gets blown up to the point and then shopped around, like event that happened 15 years ago. Bullshit. I call it fan fiction because I can say immediately 5 or 6 OGs, like people like the Doriana, the girl that pulled up on you. She's a sweetheart. She's known me for fucking decades. She's gone to all this BBW bashes with me. She would be the first one to say that story is not Stefan. That's not even like there's character witness too. You know, there's eyewitness and there's character witness. The way that story was told, that is not me. I'm not confrontational like that. Like this, the way that the story was told is like I supposedly assaulted this girl in the hot tub while I was sitting with my wife, while she has a boyfriend there, and then smirked back at her and ran out of like, that's not me. There might have been another guy at the bash. But I also found out that Piggy paid for her ticket to go to the bash when she posted that in the Facebook group. So it's very obvious the story was bought. The story was planted. It was in collaboration with the guy that runs the bash, because the guy that runs the bash has worse allegations than me. And in order to take the heat off of him, and in order to have a valid reason to ban me from the bash, they fabricated the story, posted it on the Facebook group. The Facebook group is moderated. He, as a moderator, cleared that story to go through moderation and go public. And then everybody went off on me. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Do you have any proof? What happened 15 years ago when that supposedly happened? Did you go to any bash organizer? Did you go to security and complain about me? No, you didn't. Because it wasn't me. That's the stuff. That's the stuff that gets me upset. It is a fucking circus. It has become a circus, a Me Too movement, a political campaign. It has become something that it shouldn't be. Because Fupa and Foxy, in the first couple of shows, like, you know, when Foxy came to me, I said, absolutely, I'm going to sit here on fucking live with how many thousand people watching. I'm saying, like, I'm not innocent. I did things. But don't continue to blatantly exaggerate the shit and make... Piggy literally told the public, there's a recording I have where Piggy is telling people, you know, okay, I touched somebody, right? So the actual offense is I touched somebody, but Piggy is telling people, I bring in underage girls, forcefully intoxicate them, and then rape them. Can you exaggerate it any more? Can you
No, you go to the
exaggerate?
police. You go to the police. You don't bring it to the internet.
If that was
Yeah,
really
if
happening,
someone
why the fuck
are-
were the cops?
Tina, if someone R-worded you, this is the story that had me questioning things. If someone R-worded you, Tina, would you then text them the following days and want to come over and want to throw, someone's party at their house?
No, but one of my relatives might put their obituary on like a page so everybody can see and go say their last respects to him. But no, I'm not gonna do all that. No, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. People die that day. One way or the other. And I wouldn't bring it to the internet. I've had so many different situations. I've been on here for 15 years. I wouldn't bring it to the internet. I'm sorry. It's crazy. And why is people called Piggy? Like, fuck, whatever. Why don't you
Piggy
just-
Stardust. That was her screen name.
But the funny thing is, I've been on here for years and I've never even heard of you. Never heard of your fat farm. I never heard of none of that shit, right? So then when we did hear it, I thought it was you really did some weird things, and I thought about it. Why the fuck would you be on the bus? Local bus discussing it. Like, for what?
They invited me. And I have respect for the bus.
Listen here.
I have respect for anybody who's going to listen to me and actually let me talk.
But that's all you do. I think you're going around your asshole to get to your appetite. Check this out. Nobody really understands what the fuck's going on because these women just want your attention. They're fat and they all want your love.
I mean,
I'm fat too, but I love myself. That's most important. You can tell these women are fighting for your attention, motherfucker. You don't see it?
That's where a lot of the jealousy comes in.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the drama stems from, yeah.
And I've said this on live stream before on TikTok, and I'm going to say it on bus. I'm going to say it right here in front of all of you. Hopefully, I really want one of these women, maybe Pau even, she lives in Vegas now, run your own paradise. Please do it. Name it something else because I don't want to be associated with that shit. But come up with something else. Run it all females, and I'm going to be sitting on the sidelines, and I'm going to count the seasons of drama. I'm going to be sitting here and like, told you so. Could have told you that.
Why are you guys running orgy places? Like, you got a fat
It's not an
farm,
orgy place.
Kitty parties. I mean, he's in prison. I mean, I don't understand why the fuck you guys are all like socially related to one another on a sexual manner. That's fucking weird to me. And then you guys are come out here and look at each other. That's weird.
Only
Does
the people
your
that
house
want.
contain a glory hole?
Huh? Wait. Sorry. What are you saying?
Does your house contain a glory hole?
No.
You don't need one. He's got bitches laying around, man.
There's
Goddamn.
no rope. There's no ropes, no restraints, no glory hole. Like, this is not a sex house. Like, we call Shay's room the dungeon as a funny. It has red LED lights. That's why it's called the dungeon. And before I put the door in there, like, there's an outside, like a big door now that you can open. You saw the house tour.
Yeah.
That wall used to be closed, so that room was like a dark storage room. That's why we called it the dungeon.
Why does everybody go to your establishment? What's in it? What is there? What are you guys having barbecues? Like all you can
Yes.
eat buffet? What's going on there? Everybody wants to go.
Just friendships, honestly, like people come here because they like the vibes.
Yeah, I like my friend. I like the people I work with too, and that's why we go to Fat Camp where there's security, and we're not having P Diddy parties, and we're not getting down. What?
This sounds a lot like you're involved with P Diddy.
Nah, he ain't. He's got his own. No, he's a fat farm. He's running a fat farm.
We literally just, it's just a bunch of adults, and somebody in the chat just said that. Ask about the bag of toys in the pool room. Yeah, Shay had a bag full of toys in the pool room because they are grown ass women.
Well, how much butter does it take for them to get a strap and fuck you in your ass when you're there?
I don't participate in that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
I'm pretty vanilla, You think of me like this freak, Tina.
Yeah, you gotta be a freak. Anybody has parties with big ass women and shit, and now you're talking about documentaries being made.
That's where I have to disagree with you. Just because somebody's fat doesn't make them a freak. Because somebody's fat, somebody's fat, they can be mind-blowingly beautiful. Look at Cass.
Do they make love to their ham sandwiches? Is there a certain way they eat? Do they make love to their ham sandwiches? Listen, the bus has gone down. I feel bad for my comrades here. They tried so many times to make this interview shit work. And it's coming to the point that the bus is broke down. It's at the retard building. And now we all got to lick the windows to get it back on fucking point. Because guess what? You brought some big bitches. We pop wheels, bro. We pop bus wheels.
We've reached our weight limit, unfortunately.
And that's
I think
including me. That's why I drive that motherfucker. I don't sit in the seat because I overrate everybody. I drive that special needs bus. Are you willing to lick our window since we're willing to hear your stories?
all I'm saying is I want this to be heard. Like, Foxy, even Foxy included. Foxy, Keem, Fupa, and Tech. You're invited to come to Paradise whenever you want. Like, you have my contact info. You can come here for a weekend or a couple of days, and we can show you Paradise on the inside.
Okay, but Tina, no, fuck, that's not happening.
Oh, she would flip out. She would flip the fuck out. She would end up.
No, it's not about fat people. Don't get it twisted. I'm a fat bitch myself. I get that part. What I don't understand is how the fuck you expect people to respect you and not have these kind of allegations when you're running a fucking heifer house. You're running a fucking house for a bunch of women who have estrogen. They're bitchy, complaining, got periods, and got weight problems. How do you expect that to balance out in your life? I don't get it. That's all I'm saying. I don't understand it. That's all. Like when they're fighting, right? Like when they're all fighting and pulling each other's hair, what do? Throw a ho-ho in the middle? I mean, what the fuck do you do when these bitches get going?
I just expect people to be grown adults, I expect people to be respectful adults. Like, I expect.
They haven't been, though. Look, that's why you're here. They haven't been, though, bro. You try to be nice to these fat bitches, and what happened?
There's a lot of drama that came out of it.
Sadly, that is true. That is correct. I'm not denying it.
Maybe a lot of the drama has stemmed from the fact that you don't feed them, and they're all just really hangry. They just want food.
Pao literally went on live with you guys, and she called me cheap and stingy just because I didn't want to pay for her shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe if you did pay for their food and there was a lot of food around the house,
there'd be less allegations. You should have a community DoorDash gift card.
That is something that I ethically cannot do. I don't want to have a dependency on people financially. That's my line.
Get some meth, a big pile of meth, put it in the middle of the fucking room, and let them all dive into it. You won't have to worry about feeding none of these motherfuckers ever again.
Tina,
I agree. That's a fantastic idea.
No. We don't condone that, but also meth makes you skinny, and that would go against everything that we're fucking building here.
By the way, everybody knows that illegal substances and any illegal activities of any kind are banned in the house. If I catch anybody,
they're carrying them in their twats.
I do not support. I do not stand for. I do not tolerate anything illegal in the house.
You got a lot of fucking stuff to do. You strip search these guys, people, when they get there?
Yeah, that would take too long.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, there's a lot of crevices and folds.
If you don't want somebody talked about, you kind of fucking especially when you're online, everybody knows parasocial relationships never work. There's no such thing as finding a friend online when you're running a
fucking
party.
You're my friend.
That's different. I don't want to fuck you and I don't want to feed your fries, bro. That's the difference.
I've met some of the nicest and some of the most disgusting people in my life on TikTok in the last 6 years. So I've made friends. I've made some really good friends.
Oh, so you're a TikToker. You're not really a YouTuber then?
Correct.
Oh, well then fuck it. I don't even care where you go. You can take them heifers all the way to hell. I don't give a fuck. TikTok has got their own fucking brand of people over there, bro.
Tina, you're
weird motherfuckers over there, bro.
You're fucking fantastic, dog.
Actually, in the beginning,
she's really famous because she's YouTube famous, and there's a difference.
Yeah,
I know, there is a difference. There is a difference. One of the biggest issues that I've had from the beginning, actually, my biggest adversary, my biggest enemy, is actually TikTok, because TikTok considers plus-size people vulgar content. And I hate that. And I hate that there's nothing we can do because TikTok is just too big. Not even the fucking government was able to shut it down.
All right, wait, hold on. Listen, you got to find someone like KEEMSTAR. See, he's a narcissistic motherfucking control freak. Maybe if y'all get in his good graces, he'll shut that motherfucker down. Because I know somebody pissed him off and they were on Twitch, and guess what? They're banned for 100 years. So he might have that clout to be able to do it.
And Keem is the guy.
I mean, he would have to care, though, and he doesn't. That's why he cares about our health. He wants us to live longer to make more money. So we have to go on diets around Keem.
Yeah, he doesn't want us to die too early because he wants to milk us for all that we're worth.
That's also true. Stefan, if you did not know, I got in trouble for eating 2 forks of food on a show.
I know. I remember.
Yeah, it happens.
And you got in trouble for drinking. Didn't you just get in trouble for drinking last Monday?
Nah, I can drink whatever I want. Keem knows I'm an alcoholic, and he doesn't give a fuck. But if I eat food, he doesn't care.
Fupa, what did you say? What are you saying?
I said at fat camp, I was almost fired and kicked out of fat camp because I was eating French fries.
That is a true. That's real.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You know what I
Crime
did? I stayed
committed.
in my cabin and ate her fries. I
that's
didn't
all.
give a
You
fuck.
did.
Also true. Yeah, but
But
you
for
know,
you to say, but you came over here, and I'm just wondering why you guys put all this energy. I really feel bad for you guys. Really, Tech. I'm being sincere. You guys really put a lot of emphasis in doing these fucking interviews, and they suck fucking donkey dick.
look, I hear
Nothing
you that
came out of
the
it.
content
Nothing
on
solved.
Bust usually does not do this poorly. It's okay. I think Stefan has a message that should be heard, and the women that are associated to the opposite side against Stefan also should be heard. And with Foxy being one of the co-hosts here on the program saying I have a personal fucking like value to talking about this, I'm gonna let it happen. You know, I'm not like fucking strapped for cash, Tina. It's whatever for me. But did our audience enjoy it? Tough to say. A lot of them are shit talking me every single fucking morning when I get into the Discord. Tech, what the fuck is happening on Bus? Why are you doing this? Look, I think it was important. All right, Stefan, full clarity. There was no like clout chasing happening. We're not trying to take advantage of you at all. I genuinely think.
I never even heard you.
I genuinely think that there's a lot that people are throwing your way. And if you're only talking about it on TikTok, it's not going to get as far as getting like a platform and speaking about it. So I think this is, you know, beneficial for everyone. All right. Maybe not.
I think everybody needs to stop being Connie Chung, stop being news reporters, go back to entertaining the people, and fuck off with all that dumb shit, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing solved. Nothing solved. All it did is people going, "No, I know he didn't
Well,
tell me
it's
that."
it's
No,
a
he
little
told me that.
solved. When I
know he told me that.
when I first heard about everything, I was like, dude, you know what? A rich guy who invites women from all over the fucking country to come to his house, and there's people drinking, they're partying, they're fucking, and everyone knows that they're fucking. I could see that being a very believable story that he's probably fucking doing some shit. But after hearing everything, I think it seems like it was all consensual, and it seems like people are just upset about the after part of it. Fu makes a good point. If you're gonna accuse someone of doing an SA thing, you don't text them wanting to hang out the next day. Probably that's my in my heart assessment. I don't know the facts, but if that's what I have to work with, I agree with what Fupa's saying.
But what do you think you got out of all this?
Wait, Stefan, you look
Me?
upset.
I do believe some of the women that have said the SA thing because there's little to no proof to go off of them. So I'm just taking them for their word. But the specific incident that Tech is talking about is with Stefan's ex.
Peace and love in the LT.
At Carlin Cross 2814 super chatted $19.99. What happened to Benny and Phil?
Let me just answer this the best possible way I can. I am absolutely not going to do this shit. Like, anybody trying to bring a child into this bullshit is completely invalid in my eyes. Trying to create drama or create a situation or bring something up like that, to bring that on the internet makes you completely invalid.
I'm a little lost. I don't know who that is.
You don't have to get into many details. It involves a child, right? That's
Yes.
pretty much it.
Okay.
That's,
And as everybody knows, there has never been children in this house without their parents. That's all
Fuck,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say.
even want to talk about it. I don't talk about no
We
kids
have-
nowhere. No.
What I was saying is that the incident that I'm talking about is this woman accused Stefan of R-wording her, but in the days following, she didn't even bring it up the day after or even the next day. She was asking about wanting to come over, basically begging him to come over, to come swim, to hang out with him. She bought him a birthday gift, and then she was getting mad when he didn't text her and respond to her. And she only brought up the R-word accusation after he wasn't giving her the attention that she felt like she needed or wanted from him.
3
And
times I said no to her.
that just makes me question things. It doesn't, to me, if someone R-worded me, I would, literally never talk to them ever again. There would be a police report, and I would definitely never want to see them again. I would not be wanting to go to their house.
wanting to come
See,
over
like
to
I said.
swim, wanting to come over to swim, wanting to host a party here, wanting to use my house, wanting to hang out, wanting to fuck, and I said no, no, no. Oh, by the way, you raped me.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know why everybody wants to throw their pussy at you. I don't see the flex there. I don't know. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's a big house. Maybe
haven't
it's a
seen
nice
his-
couch.
No,
No.
Tina, you haven't seen his
You haven't
legs.
seen his dick?
He has like model legs. Have you not seen him? He wears like these cute boy shorts, and his legs look like they belong in a magazine, like Vogue.
He does
Okay, but
twerk on TikTok.
Yeah, but you
so-
got to look at his face when you're fucking, okay?
Not if you're upside down, Tina. Not if it's reverse cowgirl.
Not if you're
Which
Them
I-
blindfolded.
bitches are 550 pounds. They're upside down. They're going to die.
You know what?
Wait,
as
Tina-
soon as I said that, Tina, you're right. I had to think about it. I did not consider the physics behind the arrangement.
Not only that, though, you guys, it's easy to come online and say somebody did something to you. And the more you talk about it, the more people will say it every time they come to your party. Why not go to the fucking authorities if it happened? It didn't happen on TikTok. It didn't happen on YouTube. So go to the fucking authorities. Why the fuck
No,
are you
there was-
discussing it here?
It was just an attempt to cancel me when she found out that I had an audience, that I had like so-called fans, or like I don't remember what she called. She had a derogatory term for my followers. Then she knew she had an angle, she had a leverage. Before I was on TikTok, something else happened, and she faked a hospital visit, and she used a texting app. It's also posted on. It was
Oh,
posted
yeah,
on. my
I've
TikTok.
had that done to me. I know.
She used the texting app to text me from 2 phone numbers, pretending to be her and her sister in a
Yep.
schizo. And I busted her. Like, I found out the IP address, and I was able to prove that it was the same person from the same iPhone, coming from the same Wi-Fi in the same house. And there was no TikTok yet. There was no audience to blast me. And so once I had an audience, like no nuke, no bomb, no weapon is heavier to a male public figure than the R word.
You're a public figure?
Even on TikTok, you're a public figure. I had 250,000 followers.
Okay, well, listen. 250,000 doesn't mean shit on TikTok because you only get 2 cents every time you guys upload. But check
doesn't
this out.
matter.
Okay, but check it out. If you make good money like you say you do in real life, why are you so worried about what they say to supporters?
Why
Is that
am I
your bread and
worried?
butter?
Why am I
You get
worried?
She's saying,
Yeah.
is there any issue with you?
Peace and love in the LT.
Okay.
At Carlin Cross 2814 super chatted $19.99. You said it felt off with CC. You said it in text. You knew, and we will all know the monster you are. You are not the
Oh,
victim.
shit.
You are the monster.
And you're laughing about it, though. That's a little weird to me. That's
I'm laughing about this. This is all for fucking entertainment. The whole thing was for entertainment.
Well, then why
If
did
you-
you guys be so serious about these interviews then? If this is
Fupa-
all for shits and giggles, why the fuck?
This
do you
bullshit
guys
right
do
here. Fupa has seen the actual text. Like, obviously, that's just a snippet of the conversation. She was fucking tired. She told me.
He's saying the CC situation was all for content.
I mean,
Yeah,
Cece only joined Kimmy in her political campaign when there was another thing that happened in 2024. Years later, she didn't get what she wanted. She went off on me. She went rude to the point that I reached a point of no return. She wasn't able to get what she wanted. So now she took it back to TikTok and had Piggy basically recruit her as another victim and blast the whole thing out. And Piggy went on the internet and said, blow this shit up like we did last time. Sexual assault.
Yeah.
As another circus act, you know? She
These
only
women
did
won't
that
be
because
around.
she didn't get what she wanted. So she needed to bring it back to the internet as another, oh, I didn't get what I wanted. So now I'm going to blow this shit up again with Piggy's help.
Is this
Kimmy's
a
help.
pattern with CC like to this day? Do you still go through
Not to
like
this day. I've been no contact for 2 years. I cannot deal with that. Like, but in the entire time that I've known this girl, she had this extreme pattern, like what you saw in the text messages. Sadly, the show got derailed. I never was able to show my proof, but it's posted on my website, paradise.net. There is a repeating pattern over and over and over and over. It was always the same thing. She wanted to come, she wanted to party, she wanted to fuck, she wanted to use my house for her sister's baby shower. She wanted. And anytime I said no, it turned into a huge problem. The first time she faked a hospital visit, she faked a she faked an attempt and claimed that she was in the hospital when she was not. She was sitting in her mom's basement. The next time, I have the text messages. Something she didn't like, and she said, "Stefan, oh, so you really want me to blow this up publicly, don't you?" She blackmailed me. And then the third time, she actually came out with it. The text messages that you saw in its entirety, without anything deleted, Fupa, there's nothing deleted in those messages. Is what happened. That is what happened. She didn't get what she wanted, so she went on Instagram or someone. Actually, on TikTok, she used to work for a nail salon, and she had all the people in the people at the nail salon contacted me. They called me, "Stefan, we have to tell you something." 10 people deep in her lunch break. They were sitting there reporting my live stream because Cece went to her coworkers in the nail salon and said, "This guy R-worded me. I want to get back at him. Please, everybody, take your phones and report his live stream. I want him banned."
Okay.
The people at the nail salon came to me and told me that. And I was like, "Are you guys serious? Like, this really happened?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I trust the person at the nail salon. I trusted the nail salon people to actually tell me that. Why would she randomly call me and tell me this?
Why wouldn't she? Why don't you just put yourself in them positions?
Because she thought it was fucked up.
Yeah.
She said she really thought it was fucked up what she was doing. And that she was going around, like, telling people that I R-worded her, when the entire time that she worked at the nail salon, I picked her up, I dropped her off, I literally did everything for her. And she was talking so good about me. Like, I was the best guy ever until I wasn't.
You're not, because guess what? First of all, you're dumb. Because if somebody went around saying you raped them and they believed them, that just goes to show you how fucking retarded they are. Anybody with a fucking mind knows that you don't talk about it, you be about it. There's no police report, no fucking mugshot, so I don't even give a fuck what these women have to say. But at the end of the day, you put yourself in these compromising situations, and it's going to continue to keep happening.
I did, and that's this shit 6 years ago. This entire show has been about shit that happened 5 or 6 years ago.
They do it to me every day. I mean, 10 years ago.
I have been completely different since then. Like, I learned from this big time. I behaved different in many ways. I've turned people down that I felt were fishy. I've apologized to people. I've apologized to people who came to me with any kind of issues that they had. But then again, sometimes shit gets thrown at you at a rate, at a speed. Like,
I never thought about calling up somebody and said, "Hey, you want to fuck?" I just don't understand, bro, how this works in society, bro.
I mean, and you don't have to. It's completely valid. I'm in the lifestyle. I go to a swinger club if I want to. And of course, like at a swinger club.
Swing on these nuts if you want to. How about that, motherfucker? You're right.
What?
I don't know anything about that goddamn life. Does that make me inadequate as a person?
Wait.
No.
What? I didn't hear everything. It cut out from
Common people don't do that. Hey, has anybody ever called you up, Tech, and said, "Hey, Tech, you want to fuck?"
Yeah, I mean, yes, but that's different. I'm 29, Tina. Also, I've only been like a bigger guy in my later years. I used to be a fucking heartthrob. All right,
Okay, do it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Anyways,
I'm out. Stop doing interviews, you guys. Let's bring back the fun. These interviews are sucky. Nobody gives a fuck about fat bitches eating apples. But I'll tell you what you can do with an apple with a fat bitch. Shove it in her fucking ass all the way to her throat and do a barbecue and have you a pig roast. See you later. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Stefan, that was rough. She hates.
Sad. I mean,
she hates fat people.
She has believe me, I can see she has a space in the LCU. I would never shame the LCU. I know what the LCU is for, and but I cannot stand for bullying fat people. Like it's like the R word, like all this kind of shit, all this abuse. Then bullying, fat shaming, all that kind of shit literally goes against my internal program. Like I was programmed from birth, and I had the most wholesome, like most happy, most safe childhood that anybody could wish for. And it makes me sad talking about it because I wish more people had that and would have actually had the experiences that I had.
Yeah.
And coming from that kind of background, I was not prepared for people from the streets, so to say,
Yeah.
And when I enrolled in fucking the Technical University of Berlin for a master's degree in IT and computer science at the age of 23, when I had my first adult interaction. I'm a late bloomer, you know? And since then, I've been living it loud and proud, like saying on the internet in front of everybody, I like fat girls. Okay. If I like fat girls, there are 10,000 other people that like fat girls, and all this feederism shit, like all these people trying to make people bigger and like death feederism and immobility. There's an app for that. It's called Phoebe.
Yep.
There is a whole community for that.
It's a very strange place filled with very strange people, and so you're gonna have people say all kinds of shit about you.
Who? What is this place?
The internet.
What's the beginning? The internet. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Stefan, the audience wants me to make sure. Have you answered the poll in the chat?
Me?
Yeah. There's a poll up there. It says, "What is the term for going down on a BBW? Is it eating out, dining in, mukbanging, or doing a paradise?"
No, it's eating out. Wow. Because going down on a BBW is going down on a woman, and the size doesn't matter.
Okay, it looks like
eating out for a skinny girl. It's eating out for a big girl.
There you go. He's very fair in his terminology. The audience voted mukbanging, which I think is that offensive?
I mean, it's the LCU. What do you expect? I mean, it's actually kind of funny, you know. I mean, but then again, sadly, and this is the part really quick, Fuba, I know you want to say something. Something that I realized the other day talking to a friend. This documentary is the living proof that fat people will never be on television in a positive light. I was sold a positive story by the production company. I was told the story of Pearadise. You know, people coming over, pool party, barbecue, went to Fremont Street. Audrey went with the sign. She went in a fucking bikini on Fremont Street in front of everybody in public. It was supposed to be empowering, body positive, you know, lifting up, like, you know, we are fat, we are people, that kind of stuff.
And it's turned.
These people got, like, the negative Nellies got involved in it, and they derailed the whole train sideways. So now, as a result, what are we going to have? We're going to have fat people on television in a very, very dark, very, very shitty light again. And everybody's going to think fat people are freaks. People who like fat people are freaks. People who just have a genuine, like, other men are going to be intimidated. Other men are going to say, like, oh my God, I would never want this shit to happen to me. Yeah. Like, this guy, Stefan, he went all out there. He did too much. And now the entire community of other FAs, fat admirers like me, guys who like fat people, fat women, plus size partners, are going to feel like a fucking freak show.
Yeah, and I get it. You know, you want to be willing to give someone the opportunity to feel accepted, and it's just going to be turned for content in a way. I can tell you right now, when I proposed the show idea for let's make this plan, let's do it like this, I knew, and other people who I talked about it knew, if I gave you just the respect to have a conversation, the show's going to fucking tank. The money is not going to come in. But if I had spent the last week just making fun of you and fat women and the whole situation, we would have made so much fucking money. But is that the right thing to do? Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't.
But I respect you for it.
Someone in chat blames Rosie for how this whole thing got spun out of proportion. And I would like to say to that, I agree. Fuck you, Rosie. You are a clout chasing bitch, and I don't fucking like you.
You don't know the price that you pay.
You want to talk about people profiting off of SA, bitch? You inserted yourself into a situation that had zero to do with you. You did the same thing, bitch. I don't want to hear it. Pot meat kettle, bitch.
And Rosie has never been to Pearadise.
Yeah,
Rosie's
exactly.
one of those
She
people.
inserted herself into something that had nothing to do with her.
Rosie is one of those people. If she would have came to Pearadise, if I would have actually allowed her to come here before having an NDA and all of that safety shit, and before Shay, drama supreme. There would have been allegations, all sorts of shit. Like, now I can see that. Now I can see Rosie is a bullet I dodged for sure. Like, we as a Pearadise community, we dodged that bullet. She's never been here. Pearadise is not about feederism. What the fuck is she doing on that show? And she's all happy about it. She's all happy and giddy about her 5 minutes in the spotlight, riding off, like you just said, like a very, very dark and very deep, like this is almost like a criminal case, you know? And she's sitting there, you don't know the price that you pay. And she's going to turn it into like death feederism or whatever. The disrespect.
Well, she has a history of inserting herself into other people's business. That's why one of the reasons she's so hated online.
Yeah. Oh my God. But anyway,
1 minute left.
That's
guys,
yep.
I'm going to be live on TikTok later tonight. I would love to have you guys in the boxes and have like Bus After Dark or something, you know?
Could be fun. Hopefully, Keem doesn't get too fucking upset about it. He was a little
course.
angry about the other the other thing we
Share
did.
it with him. Bring him on too. Bring him with you.
Oh, he has no fucking time for any of this bullshit. He won't go on. He's planning a wedding. He's getting married, but not really. He's getting like fake married. But it's a whole thing.
Oh, married for clicks and likes?
No, it's not like for clicks and likes. He's getting like a
ceremony. He's doing the
he's
ceremony.
doing a ceremony, but there's not like no judges signing off on this paperwork. You know, it's for the love of the game and the love of their beautiful relationship. I don't know. That's Keem's story to tell. Thank you, Stefan, for coming in to Locale Bus. We're gonna have to send you over to Locale Pit with your mama. We're gonna play you out with Little Vatos Locos.
Loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholo, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Trying through the LPU, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon. Loca vato locos, candle low, lights dim. Laughing at the world while the walls cave in. From the shadows to the stage, yeah, we all break through.